Should Spider-Man Web of Shadows be remade for the PS5, Xbox Series S and X? This is a question that I think a lot of people have been asking for the longest time, as if Spider-Man Web of Shadows should be remade for these current gen consoles. Before the video starts, if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And yeah, so Spider-Man Web of Shadows obviously is a game where it involves you being Spider-Man and you're in the middle of this symbiote invasion, and these symbiotes are basically trying to take over the whole entire city, if not the whole entire world. And it's your job as Spider-Man to either you can stop them, or you can make these multiple choices in the game where you could either stop them, you can join with Black Cat, you can decide to keep the symbiote for yourself, you can make evil choices, you can make good choices, you could help Mary Jane, you can help Wolverine, you can go against Wolverine. You know, there's all these choices in Spider-Man Web of Shadows that make this game really fun and make the story engaging. Now, I won't deny it, the story is quite long, and there is quite a bit of long periods of this game that make it kind of drag out. But I think if it was to be remastered or remade, they could probably trim down a few things with the story that didn't need to be into this game, and they could just try to make it more so where it's a little bit more condensed. Like, yes, give us that option to still make our own choices and still have it to where we can still either be good or evil in this game. But just, I feel like it's a little bit of a too long narrative, in my opinion. And another thing that this game has is it has pretty cool web swinging. Now, the web swinging is pretty essential in a Spider-Man game, because any Spider-Man game, if it doesn't have good web swinging, then it's not a good Spider-Man game. Let's just call it what it is. But Spider-Man Web of Shadows has some pretty good web swinging for it being 2008. And I think that if they were to in some way play around with the web swinging and they were trying to, you know, emulate that and bring it back into this remake, that would be so cool to see, because this web swinging was so fun because you could go really fast and travel across the city within like a minute or two if you're swinging super fast on the game. And seeing what the Web of Shadows game could really be would be pretty cool. Now, I think obviously Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales do a great job with the web swinging, and they make you feel like you're Spider-Man. But back in 2008, when you first got this game, it was really fun to just swing around with this game and just, you know, be Spider-Man, obviously. Another thing that would be really cool to bring back in this remix would obviously be the ability to switch the suits. I was a little disappointed in Spider-Man 2 when you can't really switch the suits anytime you wanted to when you were playing this game. And I thought it was really neat how if you were to just press down R3, you can just switch your suit, you know. So like if I'm in the red suit, I could just switch to the black suit anytime I wanted to. And I thought that was so neat, and it's almost like that was like literally a staple of what Spider-Man could do when he has the black suit, or if he wanted to change into the red suit. So they should definitely bring that back. You know, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, like, I feel like it has one of the coolest combat systems in any Spider-Man game, and if they could just bring it back and enhance the combat and tweak a few things, that'd be really cool as well. They should definitely make Venom playable, because think about that. Seeing how Insomniac Spider-Man 2 made it to where we could play as Venom just for a short period of time, and apparently there might be talks about them either making a Venom DLC or possibly maybe a Venom game, which would be cool. But if we had that option in the Web of Shadows remake or remaster, that would be one of the coolest things to see, because we could run around the city as Venom, and maybe that's what they could do to change the story up a little bit. Maybe they could have it to where we're playing as Spider-Man, And, you know, when there's points where Peter's like, Venom's out there, we could switch to Venom, and we can be, you know, implementing the symbiote nest all throughout the city and everything. Or maybe we could just attack civilians and stuff like that. There's so many things that we can do with making Venom playable in this game, because this game is involving him as the whole center of attention. So I don't know. I really think that they can pull this off with remaking and remastering it. Honestly, at this point, if they remastered it, it would be cool, because yes, they would just have to update the visuals and everything. But obviously, if they remake it, then they could just try to take some of the gameplay mechanics and maybe try to rework on the story a little bit. And they could just take some things and bring it back into the modern day consoles. Now, I don't know if they would do this, because the question is would they really do this, because they have Insomniac Spider-Man to really fall on right now in terms of that series, because that series is doing amazing, no pun intended. But yeah, there would be so many cool things that they can implement for this, and I really would like to see a remake / remaster. Spider-Man Web of Shadows is actually one of my favorite Spider-Man games ever. And I just loved a lot of things about it. The gameplay, the story, and just there were so many cool things about it that stand out to me. And it would be cool to see if we did see Spider-Man 2's graphics on Web of Shadows, a remake or remaster. So let me know, what do you guys think about having a remake / remaster for Web of Shadows? I'd really like to hear that. So that's really all I have to say. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!